Hey everybody, Justin here, Prosperity Prospecting. Hey, had some ore shipped to me from some new friends out of Colorado, father and son duo. They sent me some ore. I'm not going to disclose their name, of course, or location, but so I always document as I go through this stuff so that everybody knows that I'm doing it open and honestly and trying to do the right thing for each and every miner out there. So I went through here. There's 30 pieces of ore right there. I counted them, 30. And then there's some small stuff over here that I'll also crush up, but 30 that I would still consider a rock. And it's loaded with pyrite. I did look at several of them underneath the microscope, and I'm not seeing any visible gold, just lots and lots of pyrite. But that doesn't mean that there's not gold in those rocks. And there's a chance there might even be gold in the pyrite itself. So with that said, I'll keep documenting it as I go, and we'll see what we get out of it. So I appreciate you guys. Thanks for watching. I'll see you on the continuation of this test. See you then. So I took the small stuff that was in the shipment of ore that I got from my new Colorado friends, and I just put it in the hand pedestal and just busted it up to about that size. And we're going to just kind of see what's in it. Now I'll pan it into another pan because I want to get all this material back to them. But we'll see if there's any gold in this very small sample, and that'll give us a little bit of what to anticipate on the bigger stuff. So let's get this panned out here real quick. I'll turn you guys right back on. Okay, so we cleaned out the panning station so that we don't skew our results. Obviously put some dishwashing soap in there to break the surface tension of the water. Now there's a lot more suds right now than there will be when it settles down, because I've got it on high spray and it's just agitating it quite a bit. But we're going to pan this a little bit here in just a second and see what's in it, and we'll go from there. Thanks for watching. Okay, so here's that little bit of material. Let's see if there's anything in it. Panning into another pan so that I can get some material back to them. And I'm wearing gloves because finger oil can make your gold float. And since this is not my material, I want to catch every flake. If there is any flakes, that is. All of it's pretty heavy. Makes for a more challenging pan. All right, let's roll her back. We thought there is a ton of pyrite in it. Bunch of cubes in there. I'm really surprised that I'm not seeing any microfine gold in there, but I'm not. Okay, so we're gonna start weighing up the material before we run it so that we can figure out mathematically how much per ton he could get out of this exact ore. So the bucket itself weighs 0.68, so I'm gonna go ahead and just tar that out, make it 0, okay? Now it should be negative because we're pulling the bucket off. We're gonna pour the material back in that bucket. Okay, so our weight is 5.3 pounds. And so we're gonna start running it. We'll crush it through the double flow mill first. I will see you guys on that video. One quick thing I did want to point out is what we just weighed does not include the little stuff that was already pretty small that I just crushed by hand. And I've already panned it. That's the material that's in there. But this 5 pounds will give us a good idea of what they can get. And so far, the little bit that was just fine stuff that was in the bag, it had nothing but pyrite in it. So hopefully the 5 pounds will have some gold in it. But you know, it is what it is. So we'll see what we turn out. And I'll see you guys on the double flow mill crush. Okay, let's pan this first pan here, kind of see if we got anything in there. When it's crust material like this, it's very hard to get all the material wet. So you're gonna need to get in there, kind of needle the material with your hands so that we make sure it all gets wet. If it's dry, it's gonna float right out of there. So you can see how this is turning my water nasty really quick, this type of material. Still panning into the catch pan, because it's not all my material. I'll just leave it in the bottom of this and I'll run it all again later after I run it through the ball mill and get it even finer, and some chemical runs as well to get everything we can out of it. But this is not my material, so got to keep it separate and get it back to the client. I keep saying client, these are friends of mine, but becoming friends of mine, but I'm not at liberty to share their contact info, so just keep calling them my clients. I'm not taking a percentage if we found anything, not charging them anything to do this, just trying to help them out. I think they might be on to something as far as the spot they found. I just don't think this is the material that's going to contain the gold, whatever they sent to me. So there may be some more testing in the future, but this is definitely not turning out to have any gold for sure. Okay, we're down to pretty much nothing but pyrite again. So let's see what it looks like. See how loaded that is with pyrite? Like I say, pyrite's not totally useless because sometimes it contains gold, but a lot of times it's a good indicator. So it's at least valuable as an indicator. This is a kind of pyrite that you see people put in stores as fool's gold. All pyrite. No line of gold, all pyrite. We've got some Dawn soap in here. Got gloves on so there's no finger oils. And we're going to once again pan into this pan so that I can get all this material back to my friends in Colorado. Hands get so heavy it's trying to sink on me. See all that pyrite? It's nothing but pyrite. Okay, so that's about as far back as we're going to go on this. Another thing I'm going to do is I'm going to put this material into a metal pan and start drying it out so that I got more room in here. Plus it's getting close to time to get this back to the client. So anyways, I don't want you guys to have to watch that. I will let you guys watch me pan this back to see if there's any gold in it. So I'll turn you back on here in just a second. Okay, so let's pan this back, see if we got anything. Let me get you guys just a little bit closer. Hopefully that's a little better. I'm gonna get this gray stained water out of there. Okay, so here's what I see for sure. Lots and lots of pyrite, little to no gold. We did find one speck in there. It's not going to be weighable though. So when you have an unweighable amount of gold, there's really no way of figuring up how much per ton. I do not think it's worth crushing that other 1.5 pounds out there because of the damage it does to the equipment, and there's just nothing in here now. Obviously going to visit with the client, see if they want me to roast this and see if there's any gold in it, but in the pyrite I should say. But for now I think this test, we're going to call it good. I was sure hoping to have a lot better news for them, but it's better to find it out now before you spend a ton of money extracting a bunch of stuff out of there and hauling it to wherever you're going to have a process. So with that said, I appreciate each and every one of you. Thanks for your support, and I'll see you on the next one. So this is what that material looks like under a microscope. You can see there's a lot of shiny stuff in there, but unfortunately none of it's gold. And this is how it looked consistently throughout all of the batch that they sent. So anyways, hopefully there's some better stuff out there where they found this that will have some actual gold in it. But you know, that's why it's mining. You never know until you try. So I appreciate you guys sending it to me. Appreciate you trusting me with that, and I will get what's left back to you guys ASAP. I will see you guys on the next one. Thanks for your support.